When she texted, "You'll die broke and lonely," I didn't reply, because I already had. That was 6 months ago, the night I found out my wife, Elise, had been sleeping with my boss, Richard, the man I'd built a company with, the man who toasted our 10th anniversary at his lake house. They didn't just take my marriage, they took my career, my home, my kids, everything. Elise filed for divorce the same week Richard downsized me. She kept the house. The custody judge called me financially unstable. So I ended up where men like me go to die, a rested-out storage unit on the edge of town. No heat, no windows, just concrete, metal, and a mattress I found behind a Goodwill dumpster. And then one night, while trying to make space for the last box of what used to be my life, I saw it, an old aluminum briefcase. My name etched faintly on the side, Daniel Carter. At first I thought my mind was playing tricks on me, but the lock was real, the weight was real, and when I forced it open, the smell of money hit me like gasoline fumes. Bundles of cash, neat, crisp, unmarked. On top, a note. This is just travel money. The real fortune is waiting at this address. A printed address in Denver. And beneath that, a first-class plane ticket. I should have questioned it, should have assumed it was a setup. But when a man has nothing left, hope becomes indistinguishable from madness. So I packed what little I had, took the cash, and flew out the next morning. The address led me to a quiet suburban street, lined with trees that looked too perfect to be real. Number 1184, a house, large but oddly familiar. Gray shutters, white porch. And then I realized why. I'd seen it before, in the background of Elise's photos. It was Richard's other property, the one he claimed was a rental. My pulse slowed, because whatever I was about to find inside that house, it was part of a game I hadn't known I was playing. The front door was unlocked. Inside, it smelled like fresh paint and bourbon. On the living room table sat a folder, neatly labeled Carter Holdings, Internal Audit. Inside were documents, copies of wire transfers, emails, signatures, all tracing millions siphoned from the company's pension fund. Richard's name, Elise's, and mine. They'd used my accounts, my passwords. It hit me. I wasn't just a discarded husband, I was the fall guy. That briefcase, that note, whoever left it wanted me to find this, to know, to act. And that's exactly what I did. I spent 3 weeks quietly rebuilding myself, rented a small place under a different name, used a fraction of the cash to buy what I needed, a new phone, a laptop, and a burner account on a private investigator forum. I traced Richard's financial web. He'd moved company money into offshore shells, then liquidated assets before the board discovered it. Elise had helped. In exchange, he paid off her legal fees, the house, and her new start. Perfect crime. Until someone left that briefcase for me. So I decided to finish what they started, just not the way they planned. I sent anonymous packages to the board members, each one containing a copy of the documents I found. 2 weeks later, the news broke. CEO under federal investigation for embezzlement. Richard's empire began to crumble. Elise vanished from social media. But that wasn't enough. Pain deserved precision. So I waited. Until the day of his bail hearing. I knew he'd reach out to her. He always did. And he did, from a disposable number. I used a digital intercept to reroute the call. Then I recorded everything. Richard, they're going to audit the Cayman accounts. Elise, then I'll move the rest to Zurich. You'll have access once you're out. The next morning, I sent that audio file to the FBI. By the time they raided her house, the story had changed. Now it was her laundering money, her pulling the strings. Richard took a deal, testified against her to save himself. And Elise? They dragged her out in handcuffs. I watched the live feed on a cracked tablet inside that same storage unit, where it all began. A week later, another envelope arrived. No return address. Inside, a key, and a deed. Property owner, Daniel Carter. Address, 1184 Birchwood Lane. Richard's house, paid in full. There was no note this time, just silence. The kind that hums when justice finally levels the scales. Tonight, I sit by the window of that house, the one they built their lies inside. The bourbon on the counter is mine now. The laughter echoing from my kids' room upstairs is real again, because I took what they tried to bury me with and built my life from it. Maybe the briefcase was fate, or maybe it was someone else they betrayed before me. Someone who wanted me to finish the job. Either way, when Elise said, "You'll die broke and lonely," she wasn't entirely wrong. I did die. The man she destroyed did. And the one who replaced him? He doesn't forgive. He collects.